I'm wearing a shirt with lipstick on it because fashion. Hi guys, how are you doing? That was a weird little wave. Clearly I haven't done this in a while. But I really wanted to sit down and talk to you guys and I couldn't think of what to talk about, so I figured we'll just go with something straightforward and do a favorites video. It's not necessarily for this month, they're just things that I've been enjoying lately. So here they are. I do not pretend to know anything about makeup because I honestly don't, but everybody always does makeup things in their favorites. And I do have two things that I've been very much enjoying lately. So there you go. The first is by Rimmel London and it's Kate Moss. And it is called the Coral Glow Palette, I guess. It's a highlighter, a contour, and a blush. Now, I don't know jack about contouring, so getting this was just my introduction to contouring because I was like, well, I know you need a dark color and a lighter color and I like using blush anyway. But then on the back there's this handy dandy picture of a lady and it tells you exactly where to put the stuff. So that's what I've been doing. Whether or not it works, I don't know. It helps me to not look quite as pale as I normally am, so that's always a bonus. It's been fun messing around with this and seeing if it works or not, so yeah, I like it. And there you have it. And then of course, to do the contouring, I needed to get special brushes. So I found this set, which is already really filthy because I'm a gross person, but it's a Real Techniques thing. And I think that the Real Techniques ladies have their own YouTube channel and that's how they grew their business. So you could check them out if you want to. So it has, this one is the pointed foundation brush. As you can see, it is pointed. I don't use this for foundation because for foundation I just use my fingers. Again, I don't know anything about makeup. I use this one for the highlighter part of that. I should probably show you where they're coming from. Then it has this little guy here, Real Techniques contour brush. See, that's the one we needed. So this one I use for the contour. Making connections, doing it right. So I use this one and contour the parts that they tell me to contour, which leaves me looking very interesting. Then there's this little tiny guy, which is called the Detailer brush. I haven't really used this one a whole awful lot. I've done using it for just the sides of the nose thing for the contour, but I already have a fairly pointy nose. So I don't really feel the need to highlight it all that much, but I guess it's a handy little brush to have. Probably shouldn't be waving these in front of my face. It's gonna make for a very strange video. And then lastly, there's this big old thing, which is the buffing brush. I'm not 100% sure on what buffing is, so I just use this one to blend everything together. And they're very soft, and they're nice to hold, and I just like them a lot. Those are my two beauty things, the Real Techniques brushes and the Rimmel Kate Moss contour palette thing. Then, keeping in the theme of my face, my next favorite thing is Live Clean's Fresh Face Smoothing Facial Scrub. It's still in the box because this is actually my second one. I bought a Live Clean little travel set and it came with daily moisturizer, night moisturizer, cleansing scrub, and a toner or something. The toner was meh. I really like the night cream, but the best thing was the facial scrub, so that's why I went ahead and got a full-sized one. And what I really like about this is that it's local, it's from Canada, it's not tested on animals, and it's organic, and it's just really good stuff for my face, and it's vegan, and if I were to read to you all the things that it is, I could go on forever. Are you ready? It's naturally derived with certified organic botanicals, hyperallergenic, dermatology tested, SLS sulfate free, petroleum free, silicone free, mineral oil free, paraben free, phthalate free, pure vegan, dye-free with essential oils, never tested on animals, package recyclable, biodegradable ingredients, DEA-free, and phosphate-free. So I don't know what a lot of those things are, and generally I don't like putting things on my face when I don't know what they are. So it's good that it's free of all those weird things. It smells really good. It smells like it would actually do something. And it's kind of like this brownish color. It's almost more of face mask kind of texture, but very grainy, which is really nice. And it's really fine grainy, not like super rough, because a lot of the time I've been using St. Ives, like apricot scrub, which can be really rough, and I've heard that's not actually that great for your skin. This one feels really smooth, but like with gentle graininess, which is cleansing my face nicely. I use it about 3 times a week. And it just leaves my skin feeling really, really nice and soft. And it's got lavender and cucumber and chamomile and all these really nice things in there. So if you have a chance, I would highly recommend it. And anything in the Live Clean line is really good. They also have like shampoos and body wash and all this different stuff. So yeah, Live Clean. I'm really enjoying it. You should check it out. So for my home favorite of the last little while, it is a candle, because that is how basic I am. And it is from the Bath & Body Works, because oh my gosh, it's the Amsterdam candle. And I don't usually buy a whole lot of candles. I love smelling candles in the store, but I just think they're like insanely expensive, so I don't generally buy them. But when I smelled this candle, I was transported back to Amsterdam, where I grew up, and it just smells exactly like the flower market in Amsterdam. It's called Amsterdam Spring Tulips, which is exactly what it smells like. And there is nothing I like more in the springtime than having a fresh batch of tulips in my house and having it smell so nice and fresh. And this makes it smell like that all the time, and I'm so happy. They had like a smaller version of it, which I debated because it was like significantly cheaper, but then I was like, I feel like I'm gonna want my house to smell like this pretty much all day, every day. So I've already burned down quite a bit of it. I've had it for a couple weeks, but it is really good. If you love the smell of fresh flowers in your house at springtime, this is the way to go. It is amazing. So I highly recommend that as a home thing. Another thing that I love in the spring, or just in general having in my home, is plants. This is Simon, and he is a succulent, and he's doing very well. And then I have Nora is back there, and then over there I think that's Jesus. Or actually that's Lazarus. And then on my balcony I have Jesus and Lionel. Oh, and there's Ingrid. She's not doing too well though. She's not a succulent, so I can't keep her alive as well as the other ones. Anyway. It's nice having plants in the house. There's something very comforting about having green around, and I'm planning to get more plants, like everyone in my generation, not so much with the keeping plants alive. So that is why succulents, like Simon here, are perfect, because even if I forget about him for like a week, he doesn't die. So that's really all I want. My book favorite, I have a problem. I buy books like all the time and then never have time to read them. So I'm slowly working through this tremendous backlog of books that I have. And one of the books that I have been reading is Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. And it is really good. I had never heard of Maria Semple before, but she apparently used to write for Mad About You and Ellen and Arrested Development. So that kind of gives you a clue as to what kind of humor is in here. It's the story of, I'll just read you the back. When 15-year-old Bee claims a family trip to Antarctica as a reward for perfect grades, her fiercely intelligent but agoraphobic mother, Bernadette, throws herself into preparations for the trip. Worn down by years of trying to live in Seattle, a life she never wanted, Bernadette is on the brink of a meltdown. As disaster follows disaster, she disappears, leaving her family to pick up the pieces, which is exactly what Bee does, weaving together emails, invoices, and school memos to reveal the secret past that Bernadette has been hiding for decades. Where'd You Go, Bernadette is an ingeniously entertaining novel about a family coming to terms with who they are and the power of a daughter's love for her imperfect mother. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm only, where am I? Apparently I just don't keep track of where I am in books anymore. Aha! I am here. So that far in, about halfway, and I'm really liking it. It's very easy to read because it's all just little chunks, like little emails, so in between each star is like an email or a message or like a letter. And I've always found books like that really easy to read and really fun to read because you're kind of piecing things together. It's really funny. The characters are great and very relatable. And yeah, I just really like it, and it was a national bestseller. So if you have a chance, you're looking for something to read on spring break or summer's coming up, and I could really recommend this to you because it's really fun and it's not a hard read. And yeah, it's a good one. Lastly, my music favorite. Now I don't know if you can see it back there, I have a little Crosley record player, and it sucks. It's not a great record player at all, but I have this new obsession with records. So whenever I go to a thrift store or to a garage sale or rummage sale or whatever, I'm always picking up records. So I have a decent sized collection now of maybe 20 or so. But one of my favorite ones that I picked up recently is the late great Dean Martin. And it's his Greatest Hits Volume 1. And who doesn't love putting on a record of some old classics and just listening to a crooner or even crooning along, because it's so good. And it's got classics like You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. That's about it. It just makes me happy when I'm like in the kitchen cooking pasta or something, and then to be listening to this, it's ideal. So that I've been enjoying. That's about it. Please leave me a comment below of your favorite things of late. I'm always interested to hear other things that are good books, good music, good makeup. I don't know, but yeah, let me know, and thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.